Ευχαριστώ για τα like σύνορα. Καλημέρα στο chat. Used to play this game so many years ago, missing it so much now. I feel you, Nora. Why don't you play it again? I'm sure that you will find it quite new, actually, like a new game. 100% sure. Because it is a new game, they have changed it so much. Grew up with WoW. Yeah, me too, Nora. I think our whole generation grew up with Warcraft. I started playing back in January of 2007, at the start of the Crusade expansion. We literally grew up with it, almost 20 years ago for me. You are not prepared. Epic lines. Whoa, I last played 6 years ago. It will be like starting all over, but that's the best part. Yeah, indeed. Even 6 years ago, you will find it pretty much a new game, Nora. I guarantee you that. I can guarantee that. Even after just 6 years, it's a new game. Will always be my favorite game, indeed, mine too. Warcraft has something different than other games. First of all, it's one of the best optimized and most fluid games. Action fluid, I mean. I have never seen another MMO that is so smooth in the commands and action, even though it's online. If you compare Warcraft with any other online game, it's like comparing a Ferrari with a Lada on speed. Warcraft has the best smooth action, and when you press an action, it immediately executes. Yeah, yeah, I agree. Yeah, I have even tried playing Final Fantasy XIV, and it was like playing with lag. If you compare it with WoW, with the Warcraft action response, Final Fantasy XIV compared to WoW, it was like playing with 2 second lag, and every other game pretty much, not only Final Fantasy. I started by playing when I was like 5 years old, but when I grew, I just played PvP. I want to try PvP again. I have actually quit PvP for quite a few years now. I should try to get back into PvP again soon. Thanks for reminding me. But how did you play when you were like 5 years old? How could you possibly play Warcraft from such a young age? I mean, did you just play on your father's or cousin's account just for 10 minutes to try the movement keys? I'm not sure if you could play full time. My parents was addicted, so I used to sit on their lap. Yeah, okay. This I understand. Yeah, indeed. Thank God I started playing WoW after I finished high school and got accepted to the university because if I started earlier, yeah, it would probably not turned out that way. Thank God it was not too early that I started. Thank God for that. The sound of the game is louder than the mic, so kinda hard to hear. Okay, let's fix that then. I think it's better now. If you can hear me a bit better, I think it should be better now. Yeah, let me know if it gets loud again. I have it almost 10% and still Warcraft sound is so loud. I don't know why. It's on 10% on my settings. I have no idea why it's so loud. Yeah, every other game that I tried streaming, if I just slide it back at 60% or 70%, they can no longer hear the game. Here in WoW, I slide it all back to 20% and it's still loud. I cannot explain it. No one can explain it. Warcraft is so loud. Yeah, you have the same problem. Yeah. I think everyone has the same sound problem with Warcraft. It's too loud for streaming. You need to turn it all the way back to 10% to have a chance. The volume 10% at least. So many new mounts I see. I used to collect them. I still collect them. And this one, the G mod, this one that you see here, this one chat, I dropped it 1 week ago in the previous reset after 40 tries. Thank God it's over. I will not have to go to Temple of Dazara Lore again to the raid to farm. Yeah, the sparks on the back is Azerite fuel, I think. Azerite, that's what they used to call it back in BFA, Battle for Azeroth. Azerite. A really rare amount, really nice. I have about, now that you mentioned it, I have 927 mounts. I want to get close to 1000 mounts for the first time in my life before this year ends. Hopefully, we can get close to 1000 mounts collected. It took long, really long. As I said, I have been playing since 2007. I have been collecting it almost 20 years now. Anyone that's getting close to 1000 mounts in Warcraft has been playing at least 15 to 20 years, I think, to collect that much. If you have 400 and you played for 3-4 years, you're good. You're in a good spot, I think. Now it's getting easier to collect mounts because many expansions have been released, and as you can understand, many more mounts have been added in each update. I should have more than 1000 mounts by now, but I quit playing back in Shadowlands expansion. I played for like 2 months and then I stopped for 2 years. Almost 2 years. That's why. This purple owl here is a reward from an achievement for 600 mounts. So once you reach 200 more, Nora, this will be yours. If you are at 400, you only need 200 more, and this owl should be yours when you reach 600 mounts. What's the achievement called? Let me search. Insurmountable Collection. Yeah, that's the reward. Anusala Shadow's Guidance, the purple owl, for 600 mounts. Time to get back here. I'm glad I inspired you. I was working last on Invincible. Invincible took me about a year, half a year before it dropped. I used to farm it in 10 characters. Let me just put it back on the favorites now that you mentioned it, because I didn't use it a lot. Let me just put it back on my favorite mounts. Yeah, this took a long time, Nora. I wish you the best of luck there and chances. I like the speed running these days. What's your favorite to play? Like Mage Druid? Always Paladin. Or Paladin will be my main forever. I started playing Warcraft in February 2007. My first character is still my main, Paladin. Human Paladin. Alliance forever. My first character is still my main to this day. Tank in the chat said, let's get over with this. I agree, I can see that. And I agree. Speedrun. I played a lot of Druid, but changed to Hunter when they were so OP. Most people did, if I remember correctly. It was back in Wrath, I think Wrath of the Lich King, or later, or Cataclysm, I'm not sure. Because Hunters were OP in many expansions, not only Wrath. But I remember when I started playing that Retri Paladins, that's still my main specialization, DPS Paladin, were considered a joke from the community. They used to call us Red LOL. I still remember that. Because we had no damage, no skill buttons back in Crusade when I started playing. And most paladins were forced to playing healer or tank instead of DPS back then. Yeah, because in PvP I could solo like 3 people with my hunter. I remember that. Indeed, that's true. But thank the Lord, things have changed since then. Thank the Lord, paladins have been upgraded a lot since Burning Crusade. I played healer pala in PvP. Yeah, me too. I tried that too. It was hard. It was really hard in Nora. I still remember the struggle in arena. I still remember the struggle with healing, but it was worth it. It was definitely worth it, Nora. When you first get it, you're pretty much unstoppable with Pala. I agree. I agree 100%, 1000% on that. It's easy to start actually. Paladin is really easy for beginners, but it's also hard to master. That's why I like it. It's really easy to start and get into Paladin gameplay, but it's really hard to master it. Just like Mage, I think. Those two classes are similar in skill cap. Really easy to get into, really hard to master, but it's worth it. You're farming for time mounts, badges actually, Nora. I have every mount from the time walking vendor long ago. I'm just pre-farming badges for the next ventures that will appear later in later updates. I must have like 60,000, 70,000 badges by now. Hello, Lucian. Literally, I'm download midnight right now. Have fun, Lucian. The game is great. The game is great, and if you haven't played a lot, you will find it like a new game, Lucian. You will see. They completely revamped it the last 4 years. If you see this black dragon ever, this infinite time river, just know that it is one of the rarest mounts in the game. Τζούχος Robert, ευχαριστώ για το follow, thank you, welcome. I want that one. If you can believe it, Nora, I used to farm this black dragon here, this mount, from the first time walking that released back in 2012, I'm not sure, 2012, more than 10 years ago actually. It was the first time walking that released. And it dropped finally, I think it was last year. It took me about 8 to 10 years to drop this mount. After like hundreds or thousands of runs. It's currently one of the rarest mounts I have, this one. I'm not sure why, but it's one of the rarest in the game, this dragon. Really low chance to drop. Very low. It took me almost 10 years to get this dragon. Literally almost 10 years. Ευχαριστώ για το follow. Thank you, Lucian. Welcome. My friend actually got invincible first shot. Yeah, mine too, Nora. If God wants it, it will drop on your on your first try. That's true. That's true. If God wants it, it will drop on your first try. Indeed. That's so true. I also got on my first try this mount, the old one from Keltas. Swift. Strider. What's it called? This one. I remember getting that on my first try from old dungeon, Keltas, Sun Strider. This was also on my first try. I just ran once and the mount dropped. I still remember that all those years ago. I had also some mounts drop on my first tries. 3 or 4 mounts actually. I'm not sure the rest, which ones were, but this dropped on the first time. First try. It's my first time on Blizzard after I downloaded Midnight. I want to play Cataclysm. I need to download. No, you don't need to. It's all integrated in the game. Lucian, just let it run, let it download the latest update, and you're good to go. You don't need to do it like that anymore. If you're asking me for Classic though, that's a separate game, separate server in your Battle.net app. If you just want to play the Classic Vanilla WoW or the Crusade server, those are different servers, and you just need to download like 5 gigabytes of data, and you launch a separate game. But for the retail WoW, it's all integrated, all here. I played Lich for about 10 years, Lich King. Yeah, one of my favorites. My first favorite expansion is Legion, my second favorite is Wrath of the Lich King. I want to try something else. You will see, Lucian, you will see. You will see soon. It's like a new game now. I think that if you play Warcraft for the collection like I do, it will never end. That's for sure, it will never end. You will always have something to collect. Always. I guarantee that. They have so much updates you can't really stop if you want to be the best. No, you don't need to be the best, Nora. Unless it's PvP arena or something like that, but if you want to collect, you can do it at your own pace. I get so addicted too, yeah, I know. I feel you. But you can control it, it's no problem, I think. You get used to it after some time. I'm 45 and I'm still playing, yeah. I feel you, Lucian. I'm 38 and I'm still playing. I don't think there's an age gap for that. First WoW 2007. Me too, Lucian. We started at the same year. Me too. That's true to an extent, but not entirely. I don't think that's entirely the case, Lucian. I have found many great players, even now, these years. No problem, Lucian. Thank you for the company. My pleasure. Anything you need, you can ask anytime. Thank you for the follow, Nora. Welcome, welcome. Lasso φίλε μου, can you speak Greek? Because I see you have a Russian name. Do you speak also Greek? If you do, καλημέρα. Do you collect transmogs as well? Of course. Not so much as mounts or pets or toys, because they have toys now, apart from everything else, but I collect. When I can, I collect, yeah. This set that you see here in my mage, Nora, apart from the hat, the rest of the set, it's no longer available. It's from Pandaria Challenge mode, the first Mythic Plus that released. But it wasn't called Mythic Plus at that time, it was called Challenge mode. Yeah, they also have an effect every time I cast a spell, the shoulders glow. The same for that set too. This one. The Paladin Challenge mode set, it's no longer available more than 13 years ago, during Pandaria expansion. It had one of its class, but I only managed to get for Paladin and Mage, unfortunately only 2 classes. But thank God at least I have 2. Thank God at least I collected these transmogs for 2 classes back then. Now there is no way to get that sets. To get these sets ever again, there is no way. No longer available. Pala transmogs are the best, yeah, my favorite too. Definitely. Paladins have been upgraded a lot. Even aesthetically. It must feel so nice having stuff others can't get anymore, yeah. It's not that I feel nice, it's that I say thank God that thank the Lord that I got it on time. Not that I feel nice for any other reason apart from that. I like this mount too, this Frost Dragon. It's from the newest Timewalking achievement of having the buff for 4 weeks during this Timewalking season that they released. Yeah, there are hundreds of new mounts. I cannot even count them, Nora. If I count them here, that right now in this live, it will take us hours and hours, hours upon hours. If you can even see these Merlocks, these giant Merlocks, they have released those. The first one was back in 2022, I think, for the yearly subscription. You only get those if you have an active yearly subscription. 12-month recurring subscription on WoW. Yeah, they did. Those actually are really rare now. They are no longer available. You get one for free each year if you have an active 12-month subscription on your credit card. This is the only way to get the Merlock mounts. And I have all 4 of them, I think. Yeah, 4 years. The blue, the purple, the orange, and the green. I have all 4 colors. Thank God I haven't missed anyone, any year yet. All 4 mounts, all 4 Merlock mounts. I have a feeling the next Merlock mount will be black. I have a feeling it will be black. Or yellow. Black or yellow. My favorite one I have is the pink hippogriff. Which one? Do you mean the Legion rare one? Hippogriff. You mean not this one, this one, I think. Which of those? I think this one. That one, the long forgotten. That's a rare. This one, the long forgotten one. You mean? That's rare. Yeah, I did it. I did not even get. I didn't pay for that because some people are boosting and asking to pay for farming the mounts. I farmed it myself back in Legion in 2016. I got it the fair way without paying for farming. Me too. Nice. Congratulations, Nora. We are one of the few people, just so you know. Most people have paid it, have paid the farmers to boost them. Legion was the exception I played most. Me too. Legion is my favorite expansion of all time. Mainly because at last I got the Ashbringer as a paladin. That was the main reason I liked the Legion for the artifact weapons. Speedruns. I like speedrunning. The time walking dungeons. He has pulled every mob in existence. I like it. Just talked to my mother to starting playing with me when I hop on. Good job, Nora. I wish you have the best time. I'm sure you will have the best time. Is your mother still playing after all these years? Or she stopped the 2 for a season? She has stopped for a while. She misses it as much as me now. Showed the stream and she was convinced. Okay. I'm glad I helped. I'm glad I helped your mother too, Nora. What do you mean, Tony? Don't understand. But I'm pretty sure your mother will have a best time if she hasn't played in years, especially. She will think it's a new game right now. I'm pretty sure of that. There is someone in the raid that keeps saying meow meow. So funny. I don't know if you can see that in the chat. I'm glad they're having fun with the time walks. Έλα, έρχεστε. Έγινε, έγινε. Θα είμαι έτοιμος τώρα, θα ετοιμαστώ. Έλα, έλα. Έλα, έλα, έλα. Καλή συνέχεια εύχομαι σε όλους. Thank you very much for the company. Τα λέμε αργότερα, παιδιά. Καλή συνέχεια. See you around. I think I will be on later at about 10 o'clock. Κάτι 10 τα λέμε.